Hey, what's up? This is Diesel, and decided to have a little fun here and do some gimmicks for pro wrestling that I seriously thought were underrated and I personally liked, and I'm going to give you my reasons why. 10, one honorary mention, gimmicks, no particular order, just a bunch of gimmicks I kind of find underrated. And start off with, the honorary mention of underrated gimmicks. When Kevin Nash was Vinny Vegas in WCW, here's all I'm going to say to you guys. To me personally, Nash showed he had potential back then. I really feel him as Vinny Vegas showed he had some charisma. They just need to figure out what to do with him. I mean, it was better than Oz. Now it's the real top 10. Goldust stuttering gimmick. I thought that shit was funny. Who can forget the legendary Russell? Oh man, I love the stuttering gimmick. Goldust just made it work. Like for me, as a character, I always thought Goldust 2002, 2003 was Goldust at his best. Like, okay. The 90s, I really couldn't take the gay stuff. I really can't stand watching that, him rubbing up on men, like doing all that stuff, and just embarrassing his father. And I forget who said, I think it was Cody Rhodes, just said how Dusty Rhodes didn't want Cody watching the Attitude Era. I truly believe the reason that Dusty did not want Cody watching the Attitude Era, not because it was competition and where he works WCW, because he didn't want to see his older brother act gay. I think that's what it was. With a stuttering gimmick, that shit was funny. And Goldust just knew how to make it work. 2002 to 2003, Goldust was gold. I think that was Goldust at his peak as a character. I will take that Goldust over any time period of his career. Next stop, Ultimate Warrior 1996. Sure, he sucked in the ring, but as a character, okay, see when he came out with the baseball hat and cut a more human-like promo, and then he kind of cursed at Jerry the King Lawler too. To me, he was showing that he didn't want to be the regular Ultimate Warrior anymore. Like, I'm going to say a very unpopular opinion. I do think the Ultimate Warrior could have fit in the Attitude Era. When you watch Ultimate Warrior speak as a real person and shoot interviews and just real life, I feel dude was more versatile than anyone wanted to give him credit for. Like, he was starting to be more human. He was starting to talk real. So I think he could have done something in the Attitude Era. Sure, his in-ring skills weren't what it was, but on the mic, seeing his real-life stuff, I really feel he could have done so much more with that guy. Sure, it didn't show WCW, but they're kind of stupid, so let's not talk about that. But in WWE, I think they would have known what to do with him. Next stop, The Disciple, and Brutus Beefcake went from the Butcher, Booty Man, whatever dumb name you want to call him in WCW when he couldn't use Brutus Beefcake. First thing, as the Disciple, I thought he looked cool as fuck. Like the beard, the little Hollywood thing, the biker clothes and NWO, and they're good friends in real life. I would have loved to have seen him and Hogan, have, what is their tag team called again? The Megamaniacs, I think. Basically have the Megamaniacs reunite in WCW and have a 1-2 tag team matches. Like, it would have been cool to see if they did it right. The Outsiders versus those two guys. I think that would have been really, really cool in my opinion. And like he just didn't really have to talk much. He just had to stand there, look cool, and be with Hulk Hogan. Like having a little solo run, no. But a few tag team matches would have been nice. Like he just looked cool. What I felt it was a great makeover, and in all seriousness, I thought that was the best no homo and coolest that Brutus Beefcake ever looked. Like he got rid of that old school mullet and like straightened out all of his hair. You know, he kind of slimmed down, he toned up a little bit more. That was the coolest he ever looked, and I thought he should have stuck to that look the rest of his life. Well, I don't know about now he's older, but he looked very cool like that. Next up, Mark Henry's a babyface. Me personally, I find Mark Henry very likable. When he came back in 2002, I kind of liked that run, even though they kind of made him as a bit of a glorified jobber. Um, when he turned babyface on Randy Orton in 2009, I thought he should have been the first black world, no, the first black WWE champion right there and then. Such a missed opportunity when he squashed Randy Orton in like 3 to 5 minutes. I thought the Remax he should have won the WWE title. I just find him very likable as a babyface. The problem is like they want to make him too cheesy. They want to make him a jobber, but I feel he had it as a babyface. He's very likable. In real life, people like him. He's very nice, you know? Like that teddy bear type of dude. Like, I really wish in 2009 he became the first black WWE champion and took the title off America. And me and my grandfather were hoping he become the first black WWE champion. But unfortunately, he didn't. But Mark Henry's a babyface, very likable. And then look at the fake retirement promo when he trolled John Cena. How likable was that? He was such a likable dude. Like he could have really worked as a baby face for me. And we're a strong, dominant badass, you know, who's likable at the same time. Next up, Kama and the Nation of Domination. Why I say that was okay, like they could limit his talking. When he talks, he's serious. The common Mustafa in 95 stuff, no, but him being with other militant black guys really worked for him and helped upgrade his character. And I felt in the ring, I felt for his standards, those were some of his like more serious and more militant, I felt in the ring he was. And like I just like how they made him militant, like a badass. I really enjoyed that. Next up, many we won't agree, but I'll tell you why. Bradshaw's first solo run in 2002. I thought that gimmick was a little underrated. Why I say that? To me, he showed me right then and there. He had potential to be a solo wrestler, but they just didn't know what to do with him right away. But the hardcore title division was perfect for him. Could he be a good mid carder? Like a lower mid carder, but the hardcore division was perfect for him. And the whole the cowboy thing, him in the trunks and like the knee pads and the boots. That's why, for me personally, I adapted to JBL so quick. That's why when he became solo, I quickly accepted it. Why? Because I already saw it in him in his first solo run. So yeah, his first solo run, I always liked it on the lows. I didn't say anything, but secretly I liked it. And to me, it showed me potential right there and then. So when he became JBL and became WWE champion, that's why it didn't bother me. That's why I wasn't surprised. Like I didn't expect it to happen that quick with Eddie Guerrero's short run, but for me, I adapted like nothing. Like I said before, I want to throw JBL as a gimmick on here, but you know what? Maybe this is like 5, 6 years ago I would have. But I think more people are slowly realizing now that, you know, like it worked and it was good for what it was. Some people had to grow on them, and some people they realized years later. Again, another reason why I didn't put it on this list. But his first hardcore title run as a babyface showed me he has potential. Next up, Jesse and Festus. Why? Because I thought it was funny. That's why. Yes, I liked Jesse and Festus. Yes, I like the. And I remember when I was in high school, like for the fun of it, I like to do to my mom, brother, and sister. Like, and everybody would look at me like I'm dumb or something. But I really thought it was funny. I thought it was funny, and plus, to their in ring work wasn't too bad. I thought it worked for what it was. They had decent matches. I do kind of wish they had a match with Heart Foundation, and I do wish they had a match with Crime Time because one thing Jesse and Festus had in common with those two tag teams: dominant big guy, the skilled in ring little guy. So Jesse and Festus was that, and two babyface tag team. Whereas to Heart Dynasty was a heel at a point. So I felt that was a missed opportunity. Would I have wanted to see Jesse and Festus win the tag team titles? Oh, hell yeah. I wish they did that. In my opinion, the tag team title scene in SmackDown 2009 was criminally underrated. Criminally underrated. I loved that time period for tag teams. Jesse and Festus, Crime Time, Heart Dynasty, Deuce and Domino, another underrated tag team. Who else? Straight Edge Society, even though like they're kind of part time ish, but still. Who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? Miz and Morrison. How could I forget them? Yeah, man. The Hardys, even though they broke up shortly after got back together. But 2009 tag teams, in my opinion, the most underrated time period for WWE tag teams. I personally loved the tag team scene back then. I really did. But Jesse and Festus, I thought they were funny, and in the ring, they're okay for what they were. But I thought Jesse and Festus was hilarious. That's me personally. Next up, Big Daddy V. In my opinion, that was the most dominant and the best booked he's ever been. When it comes to like his look of a wrestler, I felt that was his best look with him having the black hair. I was so tired of the blonde mohawk looking all weird. But he looked serious. He looked like he had main event potential. And had he not left when he did, I would have loved to have seen him become the ECW champion. Next up, Kevin Fertig. And when I say him, I mean both Mordecai and Kevin Thorne. I always hated the fact that WWE dropped the ball with him twice. I liked both of his gimmicks. Him, like, kind of Satan worshiping, devilish, vampire. I thought they both had potential. Like, remember the New Breed with Matt Stryker, Elijah Burke, Marcus Corvan, and Kevin Thorne? My two favorites were always Marcus Corvan and Kevin Thorne. I remember SmackDown versus Raw 2007, no 2008, when Kevin Thorne didn't make it. I was really pissed off. I was really pissed off. I'm like, wow, why? I like this guy. But yeah, like I felt they could have went further with his character. I thought it was right place, right time, and they just did nothing with him. I felt they really could have went a lot further with this guy. I thought him and Punk could have been a great feud. Him having the sexy manager, he just really made it work, and they just dropped the ball from him again. And I don't care what no one says. I think him and Undertaker, just like what he was supposed to do with Mordecai, Kevin throwing Undertaker, I think it would have worked. I think it would have worked. And last but not least, in my opinion, most underrated gimmick in wrestling history, Vampiro. I don't understand why so much people hate this guy for. When I was watching WWE and WCW in 2000, he was one of my favorites to watch. I loved the him and Sting feud. You know, it was kind of sad that they didn't even care to call him. I really enjoyed his gimmick. The face paint. I just love the way he talks and stuff. I liked his promo work. I thought dude was criminally underrated. And again, I don't get why people hated this guy so much. I loved watching him in 2000. But yeah, tell me what you guys think of my list. Who are some of your most underrated gimmicks? Who do you agree with, disagree with? Give me your feedback.